Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How are we? So I'm just going to give it a couple of moments for everyone to log in. I hope that you guys are all well. It's fabulous to see so many of you coming on. I am very, very excited to be sharing with you guys today. And there's lots of you, which is very exciting. Those of you who will know me will know that I just had an absolute mad panic about the technology side of things, but I've done it, I'm live. And I always say to people, if anyone can run a business online, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I am hopeless with this type of stuff. So for those of you who I have not met before, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Natalie Valenti. I'm up in Glasgow, if you can't already tell by my accent. And yeah, I'm going to be taking you through what has been a very, very few exciting months in business. So if you are brand new, I would like to first of all say welcome. Welcome to the team, welcome to the family. That is how it feels when you are a forever business owner, as cheesy as it may sound. And I'm taking you through your Start Your Journey box. So I hope that it has arrived. If it hasn't quite arrived yet, it's like Christmas Day when it does arrive, because it's things that are all for you, which is incredible. So there's still lots of you coming on, which is fab. So I have actually been with Forever for 7 years now. I joined in 7 years ago last month. And when I did get started, my initial goal was to earn an extra couple of £100 alongside my job at the time, which was a yoga teacher. So I actually loved my job. I'd never joined Forever to become a professional network marketer. In fact, I didn't even know what a professional network marketer was. I just thought to myself, if I can use these products and feel better myself and recommend them on to other people, then that's exactly what I plan to do, you know, just for an extra couple of £100 a month. So if you are feeling the same way as me, I would say just be open-minded to the business, because what usually happens is when you get in and you feel the excitement and the buzz, you know, and you have a look at business presentations and webinars like this, it really does open your eyes to the possibilities. So for those of you who are watching live, you can let your friends, your team members know that this is obviously being recorded. Will be up on Forever Knowledge by the end of the week, which is great. So don't panic today if you don't get all of your notes written down. You can go back in and revisit. And I will make time this morning to do some Q&A with you guys. So if you do have any questions, you can pop them into the Q&A section, and I will make sure that I get as many of your questions answered as possible. So the numbers have started to steady, so let's get started. Now, first of all, I would just like to say that this is probably a very nerve-wracking time for you. You know, it's a new thing, isn't it? Especially if you are, as I say, like myself, and have never really looked into running a business like this before. It is scary, but I just want you to let you know that it is scary for all of us. So you're not the only one who might be thinking, oh, what have I done? You know, I've ordered this stuff and I haven't got a clue what to do. And one of the best things about Forever is that you actually don't have to know, and you actually don't even have to have used any of the products to make a successful business, because this is exactly what your Start Your Journey box is designed to do. It's here to set you up. But I guess there is a certain amount of bravery involved. But I think it's always lovely to know that there's lots of people here that are going to support you. And that is one thing that, you know, over the last couple of months, you know, life's been turned on its head for all of us. I think it's been a really, really positive environment to be in for myself and for lots and lots of other people. So thank you to all of you for that. You know, I often think to myself, God, what would I have done in this current climate if I was still a yoga teacher? You know, I would have absolutely no income. So I think a lot of people, you know, recruitment is up massively at the moment, which is very, very exciting. And you have took the first step. One thing I would say, if your box arrives this week, is just get stuck into it. I think a lot of people, we get brave for 5 minutes, you know, we order the box, we get excited, and then when it arrives on the doorstep, it's very tempting to kind of put it to one side and think, oh, you know, I'm still a little bit scared. And that's a great thing also about Forever, is there'll never be anybody on your case. You know, there's never going to be anybody on your back to do anything, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, it means that it's easy to put your business to one side, but it also means that you are in charge. So you have the power in your hands right now to change the situation that you're in. So if the last couple of months have been particularly difficult for you, I want you to see your Start Your Journey box as hope, you know, because it really, really is a life-changing opportunity. As Bob says all the time at success days and in the business presentation, it is a level playing field. So it really is what you do with this box that counts. The way that I like to look at it is that the business is the engine and you are the fuel. So it really is what you put into it that counts. So Forever are extremely clever, of course. You know, they've been doing this for 42 years. And what they know is that it's quite difficult to start a business knowing absolutely nothing about the products that we sell. So our products are the backbone of our business. Even if you have never sold anything in your life, like myself, I had never sold a product in my life. We believe and know and understand that it is much, much easier to use a product yourself, get a personal story, a personal recommendation of it, and then it's almost not like selling, you're just conversing with people about the business. And that's exactly what this box is designed for. You know, a lot of people think, why do I need to spend this money to start the business? Can you imagine if you were actually just given an ID number without purchasing your box? Where would you go from here today? It's almost like, you know, you can't go to work in a normal job without your toolkit. So Forever is no different. So you are provided this box for a reason. I think it's really, really important that we understand that, and that I am going to help you over the next half an hour or so today is to understand what to do with this box. And understand that it is here designed for your success. You have to use everything. I think that's the first and most important thing. You know, when you start to feel better and you start to look better, you get a different aura. You know, your things about you just change. Over the last 7 years, people have said to me personally, Nat, you're so different to what you were 7 years ago. And it's not just because, you know, I'm excited about life all of a sudden. It's because I use the products and I feel my best. So I would say that that would be the first port of call when it comes to your Start Your Journey box, is to open all of the products, put your aloe vera drinks straight into the fridge. You know, don't be shy with them. Don't try and keep them and make them last. Get them into the fridge, get them all opened and start to drink them all. Find out which one is your favorite. Find out the consistency of the drink. And what I would say, especially with the aloe vera, is to track almost like a little bit of a diary over the next 4 weeks of how do I feel? You know, what changes in your body? Because if you are someone like myself who had never drank aloe vera until we got your Start Your Journey box, it will change things about you that I can't even describe. And it really is mind-blowing stuff. You know, people get back to me within a week of starting and say, God, man, I feel different. You know, I'm sleeping better. I've got more energy. So all I would say is, rather than getting a person, you know, a testimonial from me, I could tell you what aloe does for me. The best thing you can do is track it yourself, even tracking the smallest little changes and how you feel and how you look and how you sleep and how you think is really, really, really important. Use all of these products. That's actually the thing that I recommend when someone starts in my business, is to use all of them. And I know again that that can be quite a nerve-wracking thing. If you have saved up the money to buy your Start Your Journey box, as I did, I had to borrow the money off my sister to buy my Start Your Journey box. You become a little bit more frugal with it. You know, and you don't really want to open everything up, but please, please do that, because when you know how the products feel, when you know how they smell, when you know how they taste, when you feel them on your own skin, when you have a shake for your breakfast instead of, you know, your usual toast and butter, you're going to have that personal recommendation, and we actually get paid for recommending these products. So as I say, if you're coming into the business and you're thinking to yourself, I'm not really looking to sell a lot of products, you know, you see the bigger picture and you're looking to recruit, That's fantastic. Obviously, that is where your money is, you know, and it's really exciting to share the business opportunity. However, having a regular customer base is also going to lead you to lots and lots of different new people. So I would say that that is a really important part of what we do. And I do love that about Forever Actions, that we're not just a recruitment company. We actually genuinely are here to help people with their health. Obviously, in the current climate, people are more aware of their immune system. They're more aware of, you know, what it's like to be feeling and looking their best. Lots of us have overindulged in lockdown, so you're going to have a marketplace there. Business is booming right now. People are looking for our products. What I also love about the Start Your Journey box is it's giving you the 20 top best-selling products in the country. So these are the products that are selling month in, month out. Obviously, we have the most amazing skincare. I wouldn't use anything else. We've got incredible weight management products, but people aren't going to buy them month in, month out, because they last a long, long time. So these products here, right in front of you, that you can see on the screen, these are your bread and butter. These are the things that are affordable, that people can buy every single month, that they will then recommend on to other people for you. But what the Start Your Journey box collection, if you like, gives you a little bit of a sample of everything. So try everything. That is the main kind of message here that I'm trying to get across, is just open it up and start to get excited about how the products, first of all, start to make you feel. So obviously, as I've explained there, this box here is designed to help you master the two basic things that we learn as a professional networker. So you're going to learn how to sell the products and how to sell the business opportunity. And again, in the current climate, we're very, very lucky. When I say this is an exciting time to join the business, I mean that. You know, it really has been an incredible few months. And that is because people are looking for products to help them feel better, but they're also looking for an extra income. So I'm going to give you a couple of little tips here on how you can use the products in your box to start getting your products out there in front of people. Now, when I made these slides, I thought to myself, I wonder if I should change this slightly, you know, to the way that it would have been post-lockdown. But when I actually thought about it, the way that we are promoting and selling the products at the moment it's just the same, you know, it's the same kind of thing. We are doing business launches. Nothing's changed except it's online. Your experience packs can still get out there. We still have, you know, a small bubble of people that we can interact with, be it your neighbours or your closest friends and family members. And obviously social media is our friend right now, because everybody is on social media. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is something that has been exciting beyond belief in the last couple of months, is launching your business online. Now, I'll be honest, when we first went into lockdown, it was quite a scary time. You know, I thought, oh my gosh, how on earth are we going to do this? How can we build our businesses when we can't actually get outside? But of course we adapt. And one thing that I have learned about the online launches is that they can just be as much fun as the personal launches. So there's a couple of different ways that we are going about it as a team. Some people work on social media where you would basically set up a Facebook group, just a small group, I would say, of your closest friends and family. My biggest tip here is not to invite the world. Don't invite everybody on your Facebook friends list. This is your business launch. So I want you to approach this in exactly the same way that we would do if we could actually do a personal launch. So to think back to post-lockdown, if I was your sponsor, let's say, for example, I would have come to your house if we were close enough. We would have got a couple of bottles of Prosecco in. We would have invited your closest friends and family, people that are going to support you, maybe your neighbors, you know, people who you can actually get on a level with and say to them, look, I'm having this presentation, I'm having this launch. I would love it if you would come along and support me. Those are exactly the same people that I want you to invite into your Facebook business launch or your online launch. Some people are using Zoom, which is great. But to talk about the Facebook group just now, what would happen if you were to invite everybody that you know on Facebook to your business launch is that it loses its exclusivity. You want this to be an exclusive group of people. They might know each other, they might not. But it's a group that you're going to basically go into and talk live about the products. Now, you might do that yourself. You might have someone in your, your upline that's going to help you to do it. But in your Start Your Journey box, you actually have a packet of launch cards, which if you haven't had a flick through your literature yet, these are an invaluable piece of literature. So what it does is it shows you a picture of every single product that's in your Start Your Journey box, and a little bit of blurb about each product, which allows you to go online like this, with your phone onto your Facebook group as a live video and talk about the products. Is it scary? Yes. Is it worth it? Heck yes, it has been incredible. So we have had the most amazing feedback from people on our launches, but that's my kind of message when it comes to your online launches is try and keep it as exclusive and as fun and as personal and as exciting for people as it would be if they were to come into your home. So I want you to invite them in a way as you would if they were coming to your normal launch. Grab a glass, relax. One thing I would say is make sure that your online launches take 40 minutes max. I think anything longer than that, you're going to lose interaction with people. Now, before I go on to talk about the Zoom, I'm going to just keep talking about the Facebook group, because that seems to be an easier way of doing it. However, obviously, much more people now have been using Zoom throughout lockdown. Even my mum, who's in her 70s, can now use Zoom, which I think is incredible. So what I would then do if we were launching your business online on Facebook, set up your group, make it private, invite a few people in. When I say invite, I don't mean just invite them, and not say anything about it. I want you to call them or text them or voice note them and say, "Hi Laura, how are you? I'm really, really excited to be launching a brand new business on Friday night online. I would love it if you would come along. Is it okay if I invite you into the group?" You may have been added into groups yourself over the last couple of months without, giving your permission. And I think it's much nicer to do it personally like that. So that would be my first thing, is make your group, make your list of people that you would like to invite, and then personally invite them, then add them into the group. What I would then do is do a tiny little bit of a blurb. You don't have to mention the product, you don't have to mention the business. In fact, I think it's actually better if you don't. And just put up a picture, saying, "I'm really, really excited. We've got 1 hour to go. Grab your favorite tipple and join me tonight. I can't wait to launch my new business with you." So your event is about creating intrigue. It doesn't have to be, a boring thing. Keep it as exciting and as upbeat as possible. And I think to create a bit of intrigue with it, just excites people and makes them think, what on earth is she up to? Another thing about your online launches, it can be just as fun as your normal personal launch, because you can do little quizzes, you can do little competitions in it where people can win an aloe lips, or they could win an experience pack. So just think outside the box with it a little bit. Try and think about the experience that people are going to get, because if they enjoy the experience of your first launch, they'll talk about it. And really that is all we want, is people to be as excited as you are about your new business. Now, what I would normally do, and as I say, we've been doing about 7 or 8 of these launches every single week over the last couple of months into a Facebook group. So we've kind of mastered it down into how to do it properly. At first, we were talking about all the products in the Start Your Journey box on one big long live video. And it's quite disheartening actually for you or for the host when you're doing it to notice that the numbers start to dwindle. So what I do with my team is I'll say to them, "Listen, we're going to do 4 live videos into your Facebook group, and they're going to be short and sweet, and they're going to be titled." So the first video that they will do, I always ask my new team member to do it. And it's basically just a thank you. So if you are brand new, I know you're thinking, "Oh no, Lord, please don't make me have to do this by myself." I think it is really, really important that you do the first live video onto your event yourself and just thank. You don't have to know anything about the products. You don't have to know a thing about the business. I just want you to go on and say, "Hi everyone. it's Nat here. I'm really nervous, but thank you so much for coming on to my launch tonight, and tell them a little bit about why you've joined. I think that's a really, really important thing for people to go, you know, this is what it is. Now, these type of events are quite normal for us and forever. You know, if you've been in the business for a while, we've been doing this for years, but always presume that it's really alien to your guests. So I want you to go on and explain to them. There's going to be 3 live videos. I'm going to be coming on talking about a couple of the products, either myself or you can say my upline is going to talk you through them. All we're doing is, you know, we want to tell you the benefits. If you know anyone that could use the products or would be interested in taking a look, please invite them into the group. And that's it. You basically then hand it over to your sponsor, or you then go on to your next live video and use your product cards that are in your Start Your Journey box. So the 3 videos that come after that, what I normally do is I start the first video about the products is obviously going to be talking about the aloe vera just on its own, and I'll maybe do that for about 10 minutes. And I always call that video, did you know that you could drink aloe vera? So I think asking that question, what you're really looking for is a little bit of interaction. So most people, I would say, still don't know that you can drink aloe vera. From the last couple of months, what a lot of people will comment saying, I didn't know you could drink it. I thought it was moisturizer. I thought it was after sun. So I think it's quite nice to start with that question. And what I would do is have the aloe vera, you know, and actually the front of your aloe vera says quite a lot of information on it. It says that it's 99.7% aloe. It says that it's preservative free. We're the only company in the world that has a preservative free aloe. So I always just say that, and I will then get you to talk about how much you're taking in the morning and how you feel and why you're drinking it. If you know any of the other benefits, great. If not, again, you've got your little card. Now, using the cards, please don't think that there's any shame in that whatsoever. When I'm launching with a new person, still now 7 years, I still use my product launch cards, because what does that show people? It shows them that you don't have to be an expert to do the business. There will be people on your launch that might think, gosh, I would like to do that. And if all I have to do is read off a card, then happy days. So don't worry about being the oracle. You don't have to know everything about aloe. You don't have to have all of the facts and figures. You've got a card, and what you're looking for is duplication. I'm always honest with people when it comes to talking about the aloe as well, and I always say to them, listen, it's an acquired taste, but the benefits outweigh the taste 100%. So I think be honest with that. I will then say to them, listen, I'm going to give you a 2-minute break, go and top up your glass, run to the toilet, and I'll be back on in 2 minutes, and I'm going to talk you through the next lot of products. So the next lot that I normally do, and again, you can adapt this to however you like, but this is what's working for us, is I'll then come on and I'll talk about bathroom essentials. So I'll say to people, these are things that you have in your bathroom already, but here is our alternative. And I'll tell them why the products are different. So it's things like the deodorant, the shampoo, and what I always do is I have them sitting here next to me. So I would be doing this if I was in your home. And I always say to them, I wish we were together, you know, I wish we could do it together, but obviously the way that things are right now, we can't. I'll talk to them a little bit about the smell, the consistency. And one thing with the bathroom essentials, I always give the prices, and I always say to people that they will actually save money converting to our products or swapping to our products, which is the truth, because our products last a long, long, long time. So don't be afraid of the price. You know, initially a lot of people say, oh my gosh, you know, it's so expensive. Once you start to use the products, you'll know that yourself. The shampoo will last months and months and months because it's a tiny, tiny little amount. I'll then say to them, I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, top up your glass, I'll be back. And the last lot of products then that I would talk about would be nutritional. So you've got your bee pollen, your daily, your Pro B, the shakes. I might do a little demo with the shakes, showing them how you can mix it up. But I just think, you know, have fun with it. Have fun on your launches. Don't worry about making a mess. You know, we've done things where we've shake the milkshake and it's flew everywhere, and it's never going to be perfect ever. And that's the beauty of it. We're just normal people. And I think when people see that, you know, if we have fun, they have fun, basically. If you are brave enough and you were in my team, I then ask you to come on live again at the end and thank everyone and just say thank you for joining in. if you would like to try any of the products, please let me know. I can get them over to you within the next couple of days. And just to build that excitement with people, I would say keep it fun, keep it informal, and ask for the sale confidently. You know, these are incredible products. I'm only telling you from my own experience. When I first started, I thought, oh gosh, I can't sell this stuff. It's too expensive. And because that was my view at the time, I kind of held back from it. And that was because I didn't use the products yet. Now that I use them, I know that they're actually the most amazing quality and they last for so long. So I'm not afraid to say to people, listen, I'd love for you to try the products. I'd love for you to support me in my new business venture. Can I count on you to try at least one? And most of your friends and family will come back and say, yes. If you've done a good job talking about the products, they'll be excited to try them anyway. And as I say, always talking about why. So you are the fuel. People are buying into you in your business, not just your products. So to talk about why you love them, why you've joined is really, really important. Now, social media is one of my absolute favorite things to talk about, but I don't want to go on about it too much today. But I just wanted to show you kind of how I started and that it is a journey. You know, you're not going to be great at this to start. You might be, you know, you might be used to be using social media, but the majority of people I would say that join are absolutely terrified to post. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to take a picture of. You know, and sometimes you have to be willing to make those mistakes. So here's an example here of one of my old experience packs. As you can see, it has far too much stuff in it. So an experience pack, for those of you who are brand new and don't know what an experience pack is, what I would say to you is use the products in your Start Your Journey box today to get in front of people. So you're going to pick maybe 2 to 3 products, pack them together, put them in a little bag, put in a tea bag, put in a little chocolate, a brochure, create an experience for someone to use your products. Now that might be your next door neighbor. Obviously things are different. We can't go about the way that we would normally do. So I'm not going to say to everyone, you know, to put yourself in danger and go out delivering products. But as I say, for those people that are in your little bubble right now, people that you are maybe still working with or your friends and family, pull a little pack of a few things together and ask them to try them for a couple of days. That is what an experience pack is. I did it all the wrong way, so I wanted to show you that. I gave someone, you know, a big box of products for 2 nights. No one's going to have the time to try these products for 2 nights. So 2 to 3 products. Let's have a little look at what we've got, and I'll show you what I would pull together out of my Start Your Journey box. So I would put in maybe a moisturizer, a jelly, and a scrub. I don't have it here, but just pretend this is a scrub. So 3 little products together. What that is going to do as a skincare experience pack, it's going to allow people to scrub their face. It's going to allow them to put the jelly on as maybe a little overnight mask. And when they wake up in the morning, they're going to be able to use the moisturizer. So it's really an easy way of getting the products in front of people, getting them using them, allowing them to smell them and taste them. And just don't be worried about, you know, looking silly. Don't be afraid to ask people to do that. I would love to try something like that. And I think that's really important, is to say, well, if I would like it, someone else would like it. This on the right here is a really horrible example of the type of thing that I used to post on social media. So Forever have created the most beautiful images for us. They're on Forever Knowledge. If you follow Forever on Facebook, on Instagram, you can use all of those images. You don't have to ask, you can use them. But please don't just Google an image and pick something blurry. You know, an old product. Make sure that your pictures are current, they're crisp, and ultimately actually that they have your kind of stamp on them. So I wanted to take you back to 2013. One of the first product packs that I tried for myself was obviously the C9, which I would 100% recommend if you're brand new. C9, it will kickstart your business. This is actually my photograph in my old kitchen, and this is what the C9 used to look like at that time. It doesn't look like that now. Now, I thought about posting that picture on Instagram, on Facebook for about 2 weeks. Don't do that. Don't think about something for too long. Just do it. That's the one thing that I would say is, if you're going to be authentic and you want to attract people who are like you, just be yourself. So you can see that my images now in 2020 are very different. I always make sure that I am in my pictures. I never use a Google image on Facebook. I never actually use the company images now. I actually make sure that I take my own photographs in my own house with me or my husband or my kids using the products, because as I mentioned, people buy into you. So I want to take you back to this first C9 post. I overthought that for 2 weeks. And I almost didn't post it because, it's scary, isn't it, when you've never done anything like this before? Now, what came off the back of that one post is that a friend of mine bought a C9, actually a couple of people did. And my friend then posted about it on Facebook, and another person, Fiona, got in touch with her and said, how do I get this C9? So if you're thinking at the moment that you're only going to sell to your own network, social media will open that up for you 100%. So if I click on, you might recognize this lovely face here. This is Fiona Izard, who is another leader in Scotland. Fiona and I didn't know each other before forever at all. We live in completely actually opposite sides of the country. If I hadn't have posted about that C9, my friend wouldn't have done the C9 and wouldn't have introduced me to Fiona. Now, Fiona did the C9, and within a week of starting it, she messaged me saying, can I join this business? I feel amazing. So Fiona was actually my second ever recruit, ever. We didn't know each other. Obviously now we've been working together for 7 years. Fiona has an incredible business. She's a chairman's bonus qualifier. She's an ego manager. She's done everything on our marketing plan. So I want you to bear that in mind when you start overthinking your social media this week. Think about what would happen if you didn't post it. If I hadn't have posted that C9 picture in 2013, I wouldn't have Fiona in my business. So it's really, really important that you get over the overthinking. Don't expect everything to be absolutely perfect, because it never ever will be. Just be yourself. And I think taking the action actually creates more motivation. That's what I always try and lead by example with, is saying, if you're worried about doing something, do it anyway, because the good things that come from it will excite you to keep doing more. Obviously from your Start Your Journey box, the products is the most obvious thing. We talk about the products, but doing these launches, getting the products in front of people, using your social media will 100% lead you to your team members. And I absolutely love this quote actually by Zig Ziglar. It's very true in our industry, and that you can have everything in life that you want, but only if you're willing to help enough people in the world to get what they want to. So this is an incredible opportunity. I hope that you guys share this excitement. Don't just keep it as a box of products. Think to yourself, who do I know? This is why the first part of the business cycle in your First Steps to Manager book, which is in your box, get it out, get it open, have a look at the business cycle. The first part of that cycle is, who do you know? Who do you know right now who could be doing with an extra couple of £100? Who do you know right now, who needs a bit of uplifted, who needs to be around a supportive, excited environment? I always find it amazing when people join the business and they say, God, it's just so, it really is, it's another world. And that's because everybody is willing to help each other. Everyone is, we're all gunning for each other at the end of the day. So when it comes to being new and you've got your Start Your Journey box, and you might look at the business opportunity and think, oh my gosh, managers just feels like 100 million miles away. I think that this is a really nice little diagram to show you that it really, really isn't. So what we want you to do, and what I would personally encourage you to do this month, is hit your 4 case credits minimum. That is the absolute baseline. That's how I have always viewed my 4 CCs from the day that I joined. I've never ever missed it. I never would. I always go above and beyond, because it's the absolute baseline. If you do 4 case credits this month, by the way, you will break even in your business. That's something to shout about. Not everyone can start a global business from home and actually be making money within the first couple of months. So it really is exciting. Share that type of information with people. Once you can master your 4 case credits, all you have to do, and I'm saying this as if it's really easy because it is, it's really, really simple, but of course we overthink everything and make it difficult, is all you have to do is share the opportunity, the products with people and ask the question, would you like to look at a business opportunity? You know, how could I help? Basically, we're here to help as many people as we can. So if you were to use this, it means that come January 2021, we'll be over all of the drama of 2020, hopefully. And you'll be starting next year as a manager in the business, which is incredible. If you don't know this already, manager actually gets you up to 48% off the products. So you're going to be using more, you're going to be feeling better, you're going to be looking better, which means that you will naturally then talk about the products even more. It's incredible. So in August then, to take this in a little step-by-step, really nice, simple, there's nothing crazy about this. I know that it's easy to look at where you are right now and manage and think it's Mount Everest. It is actually Mount Everest if you were to try and do this on your own, but that's not the point. The point is it's lots of people feeling good, looking good, enjoying their businesses, doing 4 case credits. So you plus someone else in August would get you 8. In September, you've got you plus 4 people, all doing 4 case credits, all happy. And remember, guys, that every single time someone buys a Start Your Journey box, they get 2 case credits, but so do you. So I always say this to my team when we're looking at a 4 case credit plan is, well, we can do it the easy way or we can do it the harder way. So the harder way would be to find lots and lots of customers, or the easier way is to find 2 people in the whole entire world that would like to have an extra income or would like to, you know, continue with the way that their summer has been, you know, at home with their children. There's lots of people right now who have enjoyed their furlough, you know, being at home, having that extra time. And it's our job to reach out to them. That's all we have to do. October would be you and 5 people. So it's not colossal teams we're talking about here. It's not millions and millions of people. And again, before I got to manager, I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to need 1 million people in my team. Actually, I only had 17 people in my team when I got to manager, but it's about a lot of people all doing a little that all adds up. December, again, another time when lots of people are looking for extra money, you and 11 other people doing 4 case credits. And then in January, you plus 13. Now, if you were to sign people up into the business, again, please don't worry about being the expert. All you need to do is what I've just shown you here. So they're going to do a launch, they're going to pick out some products, they're going to be excited. If you wanted to actually do your online launch, not on Facebook, and you would rather do it on Zoom, it's actually a really nice way to do it. I meant to say that earlier on. It's a lovely way to do it on Zoom. Is to create a meeting, which means that everybody can be seen on the screen. As a top tip, I would say keep the numbers small for that because it can get quite raucous, you know, when everyone starts to unmute. But it is actually a really lovely personal way of being able to see all of your friends and family at once, talk to them about the products, you know, have a little glass of wine or a cup of tea, whatever it is that floats your boat. But I think the main thing that to think about at the moment is creating community, you know, bringing people together. It has been, it has been a tough time. As much as I'm saying it's been exciting, it's been tough not seeing friends and family, doing all the normal things that we do. So you could think about your business launch in that way. You know, how can I create something fun for people? How can I bring different groups of people together? Please don't think that your first business launch will be your only business launch. You can do it again the next week for a different group of people. You can do it again the next week for a different group of people, but keep it small, keep it intimate, keep it exclusive, and always make sure that you are inviting them to take a look at the products and inviting them to take a look at the business. Please, please, please don't think that because their lives look perfect on social media that they are, because it's just not the case. This business can be for anyone and everyone. We just have to get used to asking that question. So what I don't want you to think about is building a team. This is something I have never said is join my team. I always say to people, let me help you. And I think that you'll get a much better response that way, is, you know, thinking about it in terms of helping others. The more you help, the better you become. So here is my picture of me when I was very, very new in the business. As you can see in my old house, I had to ask everyone to come along and bring a box to do the training on because we didn't have enough space for everyone to sit. Most of us were sitting on the floor. So if you are in that situation right now and you don't have the space to be getting together and doing trainings and things like that, just do it. Make the most of what you've got. I think it is really important to lead from the front, and I still do that to this day. I never ever ask anyone to do what I'm not doing myself. So I got to manager within 11 months of starting my business. First 6 months I didn't recruit at all, which I could kick myself for now, but I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the power of sharing the opportunity. So please don't think that because you're new that you have to wait. You can do this literally from day one. And develop your own style. This is the great thing about this opportunity, is you don't just have to fit a mold. Create a buzz in your team, create something that, lead with your heart, you will attract people that are like you. So 100% be yourself, and don't be afraid to fail, because actually failure is a normal part of success. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. But you have to make sure that you're resilient. Not everyone's going to be as excited about your business as you are. You might get some negativity in the start. That is normal. It happens to all of us. It could even be from people who you didn't expect to be negative. It might be from your closest friends and family. Please, please, please don't let that put you off. I always use that as fuel. So when I got that in the beginning, which I did, I won't name names, but they were in my family. I thought, well, I'm going to show you, I'm going to really, really work this, and I'm going to show you a success. So if people don't agree with what you're doing and they think it's, it's just not for them, show them what they're missing. I think that's the most exciting part of it. So we have an opportunity with this box. It's £199.75. It's not a huge investment. It was for me at the time. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but to buy a traditional business would cost you thousands upon thousands of pounds. So please don't hold this business down low. I want you to really hold it up on a pedestal, almost as if you had spent £20,000 for your Start Your Journey box. What would you do with it then? And it really does give us the opportunity to live your life by design. There's a forever video actually that Adam May speaks about in the beginning, where he says it's about safeguarding your future. I am so grateful that I did this 7 years ago, because as I said, I dread to think what life would be like right now in the current climate. Nobody expected a global pandemic. Nobody expected everything to close down for months. But the one thing that is still standing is our forever businesses. So we're very, very, very lucky. Please, please hold it up high, and get excited. So I do have some time for some questions. If we have any, let me have a quick look. Oh, okay. How do you do your videos on Facebook? Do you mean go live 4 separate times? Yes. So let me show you if I have it here. I don't. It's in another room. So I actually bought a small tripod. It's about this size from Amazon. I think it was about £6 or £7. And I will basically sit with my phone right in front of me so that my arms aren't, being held up by the phone. I'm comfortable, I'll get myself ready and prepared, and I'll have everything ready. So yes, in answer to that question, I do it live into the Facebook group via my phone. I know that you can do it on a laptop, but as I say, I'm not very techy. Phones are easy, just press go live, and I'll entitle each video. So the first one is, did you know you could drink aloe? 10-minute video about that, and then I'll switch straight on to the next one within a couple of minutes. And what that means is that when people join your launch late, so say they didn't join it that night, but they joined it a couple of nights later, it means that they can then, they don't have to watch this huge hour-long video. They can go, oh, that one looks interesting. They can watch that one. They can basically jump in and out. So I hope that that has answered that question. Let me just have a quick look. And yes, I think that is a really, really good idea, actually. When you are on the Zoom, Great question. As I say, sometimes it can get quite raucous on a Zoom call because people are unmuting themselves. The first couple of ones that I did of that, I just thought, oh, this is a disaster. You know, we need to find a way. So yeah, I would say at the beginning, if everyone could stay muted, write down your questions, and then we can all unmute at the end. And that is actually the lovely part of Zoom, is that it's not just you talking to people, everyone can join in. And actually what you'll find is that some people that you would never expect will say, oh, I used to drink this years ago, or I tried that cream 20 years ago. It's amazing. So yeah, get people to unmute at the end. I always do a little cheers at the end actually and say, you know, congratulations, Laura. Let's say a toast to your new business. And actually the Zoom has worked out really great because not everyone's on Facebook. A lot of people, you know, that are joining the business even aren't on Facebook. So Zoom has been a fabulous platform to be able to do that on. So Nasmin. Okay, so Nasmin is asking, regarding the experience packs, can we get a template letter to put in the bag? Or where are they available? I'm not sure, Nasmin. I don't normally put a letter in because you're going to be dropping off the pack. I think it's always good just to stand at a distance and say, here's your 3 products. Here's when I would use it. What I sometimes do is I would send them it in Messenger, you know, or on a text and say, use your scrub every night, use your jelly as an overnight mask, and use your moisturizer in the morning. So you could make a little template, absolutely. And one thing that I did used to do years ago in my experience packs, which was really nice, was put in a little notepad and pen and ask people to write reviews in it, which I think is quite nice as well. Okay, lots of questions. Okay, so Sinead, yep, when it comes to the Facebook groups, I wouldn't go large with numbers of friends in the group. I think it is really important, as I say, to keep it exclusive and to keep it with people that you would invite to your home. We've done it, we've been doing it as trial and error. Sometimes when you invite too many people, it's easy for people to not watch. You know, they think, oh, there's loads of people watching, I can just leave. But actually when they know that it's more exclusive, I think it just works out nicer. You know, keep thinking that in your mind as, how would I launch if I wasn't on Facebook? How would I launch if I was actually allowed to in my own home? What's your top tip for recruiting team members? Top tip for recruitment, I would say, is don't cherry pick people. So don't presume that people's lives are perfect and that they don't need an opportunity. Ask everyone, you know, but ask them in a way that feels right for them. So make sure that you are not spamming people. You're not just messaging them saying, do you want to join my team? Always about building relationships, always, always, always. And being consistent, of course, is the most important thing. So last question, did the people who were negative to begin with change their attitude? Not really. But it doesn't matter, you know, we're not here to be, you know, accepted and loved by everyone. No, not every single person, even the top leaders in the business, they will still have negative friends and family in their life. We're not here to convince people. We're not here to change people's minds. It's not our job. I would say that as long as you are happy and you're enjoying what you're doing, you feel good about it, it doesn't really matter what those people think. So let go of that idea that we have to try and convert everyone. We don't, you know, you have your people. There's lots and lots of other positive people in the world that we can find. And we don't have to worry about the negative people, because, you know, just be happy that we're not them, I guess. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you, and hopefully get to see you in real life very, very soon. Bye.